Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber or you are coming from a previous video on my channel, welcome back. In today's video, I will be continuing on with the Dia de los Muertos skulls or sugar skulls, whichever you prefer to call them. In the previous videos, I talked about that I'm making these for a family member as a thank you gift or a belated thank you gift. I did purchase these two designs from Etsy, and I can't remember if I have put the link or the seller's Etsy page in the video. I'm going to try to remember to do that. I'm going to make myself a note so I do remember to do that, so you guys can look these up. I believe this one is by Carrie Ellen Designs or Carrie Allen Designs. I'll make sure I have those posted in the description below. I have taken a little bit of a break over the 4th of July long weekend. And now that 4th of July is over, I'm going to get back to these. I am hoping that I do already have the videos posted where I do the stitch outs on these two designs. This one went relatively quick. I believe I had it finished within, I want to say maybe an hour, 15 minutes. So it was a really quick design. This one, on the other hand, took quite a while to do the stitch out. You can see that there is a lot of dense stitching in this design, and when it was stitching, there was a lot of outline stitches, and for it to get to certain positions. If you're familiar with machine embroidery, you'll know that there will be travel stitches in the design to get from one portion to a next, and I guess that is to it also builds up portions of the design, and then for the satin stitches to stitch over them. That has been my experience through research. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get back to these. These are going to be custom made pillows. And I should also have the video posted where I showed you how I was constructing the pillow top. And if you have not seen that video, please refer to that. And it will show you how I did the strips. I am using, I believe these are 2-inch strips. So I went ahead and cut 2-inch by the width of the fabric of the stitching, and you can see that this is a it's kind of like a black on black, or a really smoky kind of gray color on black. And if you can see on the white, it is also it might be really hard to see, I'm really sorry about that. It's a tone white on white also. So, and it's got the swirls, so I'm doing the swirl black. So in the video where I talk about constructing this pillow top, I did it in a log cabin style quilt block where I used the motif as the center portion. Then let me get my little pointer stick here. Then I did the 2-inch strip along the top, sewed it along the right side, did a strip along the bottom, up the left, back across the top, and continued in a clockwise motion all the way around until I got 3 strips on top, bottom, and sides. And that has given me a pillow. It's just going to be 18, almost like 18 by 20, maybe 17 by 18 and a half, with the way I've done my strips. And I know it'll finish to a little bit smaller than that by the time it gets stuffed. And I have went ahead and I just used a gray fabric on the back of it because it's what I had already cut and my waist. And I just did a stitch in the ditch on all those. And you can see where the machine tied off my threads. I got a little bit kind of messed up on this corner. I kind of did the back stitch a little bit too much on that side, but it's okay because it is going to be in the inside of the pillow. And what I did is I went ahead and I buried all my threads on the front side. So basically it was kind of like done as a quilt as you go kind of technique. If you're not familiar with that, it's a really easy way to quilt items in small portions and then combine them together. So what I'll be doing today, I'm going to continue on my second pillow, and I will be trimming this one down just a little bit more because you can see the edge of the stabilizer on this one. And I think I'm going to just trim it down by another 1/4 inch all around. And then I will be sewing the strips on, and I had some of the strips left over from the first one, so I'll still be able to use some of these. And please excuse my band-aid there. I stabbed myself with a straight pin and it kind of ripped into my hand, so I had to get a band-aid on there. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and trim this up a little bit more. I'm going to be doing this all off camera, and when I get the top completed, I will come back and show you the progress as I go along. I did show you in the previous video a little more step by step on the first pillow, so if you want to refer to that, please do so. I'm just going to construct this one basically off camera, and then come back and show you once I have all the strips sewn on. That way it just kind of like saves time in the video. So I will get to that and I will see you in a few moments. Okay, so I have the second skull with all the strips sewed to the sides. I did it the same way as the previous one, where I did it in the log cabin kind of fashion of a quilt block, where I did the first side, or the top, the right side, across the bottom, up the left, and then proceeded in a clockwise direction all the way around it until I got the 3 strips. So my next step is going to be layering it with the batting and the backing fabric, so I can do the stitch in the ditch just like I did on the previous one. And you can see where I did that here, and these were where my thread tie-offs were from the machine. You can see the little threads, and I'm just going to leave those just like they are. I'm not going to worry about trimming them because it's going to be on the inside of the pillow. And I had thought originally to make the pillows as like a slip cover type to go over a pillow form, or if she wanted to just use it as like pillow covers, but I decided I wasn't going to do it that way, and because it would be hard to find a pillow form perfect for the custom made size. So this was the first one and the second one, and when I get it layered and with the quilt batting and the backing, I will show you that step. And then again, when I get the stitch in the ditch done, I will show you that step. And then in a new video, I will show you how I construct the pillows. It's just going to be very simple. Sew a backing onto it that I may do some quilting stitches on, or just leave it as a, let me show you what I'm thinking. A backing like this. Please excuse all the fuzz on it. this is a backing that I had already prepared, and I was going to use this as for when I was doing the embroidery itself. I just put some really lightweight stabilizer on it, and I decided not to use that piece, so I'm going to go ahead and use this for a backing, and it's just going to give a little bit more stability to the back. I may put, it's possible that I put one layer of the batting and then just some quilted lines on it to give it the texture, like what the front will have. So I'm still undecided about that. You can see that the blacks are a little bit different on these. One is a little bit darker than the other. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. So what I may do is I may not use this fabric at all. I'm just going to use it to do the quilting on this one with the double layers of the batting. And I have enough of the fabric of here where I can use it as the pillow backing as well. And more than likely that's what I'm going to do, because you can really tell the difference of the shades of black. So yeah, so that will be the next video. And I want to apologize if I'm a little bit wishy-washy right now. I have a splitting headache. I guess just from everybody doing fireworks yesterday. I get migraines really easy at times, and it's just turning into a bad headache. So I wanted to continue sewing on this tonight, but just the headache is not allowing me to do that right now. So I'm hoping that by tomorrow I'm gonna go take some pain reliever and head to bed. And it's already it's only 8 o'clock my time, but I'm hoping that if I get a really good night's sleep, I'll get a head start on this migraine and it won't turn into a full-blown migraine. So we will see you in the next section really quick. When with editing, it'll be all edited together, that you'll see me laying the batting and everything out. So that will be in the next little segment of this video. So hopefully I will get rid of this headache quickly so I can progress with that, and we will see you all soon. Thank you. Okay, so I am back. In the last segment I had talked about having a super bad migraine due to the fireworks, and I think part of it was allergies as well. And I just couldn't work anymore on the pillows that night. So I did have a few things come up in between before I could get back to this project. And it's actually over a week since that last segment. So thank God, with the magic of editing, I'm able to just put everything together. So what I have just completed doing is, you saw this portion in the last segment of this video, and I was talking about that I'm going to do the backing with this same fabric, and I have went ahead and done that. So this is the backing portion, and all I did was just do some straight line quilting, and these lines are a little bit over 1 inch apart, and I just did them vertical lines, or excuse me, horizontal lines. And I didn't want to do really a lot of quilting to it and take away from the design of the fabric itself. I'm not sure it really would have done that, but I had also mentioned that I was going to show you that I was going to lay out the backing and the batting and all that stuff, and I actually forgot that I mentioned that. So what I have already done is I quilted the backing and trimmed everything down. So this one will be with right sides facing, and you can see that I did use the different black for the inside, and so the front and the back of the pillow will be the same fabric. So there was that one. And I had talked also about the second pillow, and you can see that there is a slight size difference. I mean, it's not a whole, I don't have these lined up right. It's not a whole bit of a difference, maybe an inch different. Not really a big deal. And then same, not really that much of a big difference on the width portion. So what I did is I went ahead and quilted this one the same way. I did stitch in the ditch quilting, and I just used a black for the back, and there's lint and Luna hair all over it because I did just finish trimming these. And you can really see on this one, you can see that I just did the stitch in the ditch. And there's that one. So I went ahead and trimmed that one up. And I did the same thing for the backing where I used the same fabric. And you can see that there. And I did the same straight line quilting. And now all I have to do is again put my right sides facing, do a stitch all the way around, leave an opening so I can stuff it, turn it inside, back, right side out, and then stuff it, of course, and seal the bottom with a hand sewing stitch, and then these will be done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sew one of them together off camera, and then I will come back and show you what that looks like. Show you turning it right side out. And I'm not sure if I'll stuff it on camera because that's kind of, it takes a little bit of time to do that. And I think that'll be it. Then I may show you sewing this one together as well. I may show that on video, or I just may assemble them and then just show you once they're assembled and stuffed on how to seal the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm really out of breath right now. It's really hot in my sewing room. Here in New Mexico, we have been over 100 degrees, and Wednesday is going to be 105. So really hot. Okay. So we will, I will show you those all in another video because I'm not sure how long time is running on this one. So please stay tuned for that video, and we will see you all soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Okay, so I am back for just about the last segment of this video, and I have went ahead and sewn the front and the back of the pillows together. So you can see how the front is on this one, and it's got the matching back fabric. And like I was saying, I just did straight line quilting on the back of it, and I did stitch on the ditch, or stitch in the ditch on the front of it, and you can see that I just did in the lines there and around the center. And I did leave my stabilizer all on this portion because it is such a dense design and so many stitches in this design. I just wanted it to be nice and stable if the recipient of these gifts decides to ever wash these. So it's nice and it's going to stay stable. So this whole white portion has double layer of cutaway stabilizer behind it, and the same with this one as well. The only thing I did wrong is I got a little mixed up when I was doing my turning opening where you stuff it and then close it. But when I do my invisible stitch to close this after it's stuffed, you'll never see where it was opening, the opening. But typically you want to do it at the bottom, so when the pillow is sitting up, that is hidden if there is any obvious opening to it. But they are finished, and I turn them inside, the right side out, and I just use a bone folder to kind of push the corners out from the inside. You just stick inside and you just kind of push up into the corners, and it helps your corners come out a little bit more. And that way you have some nice looking corners on your pillows. This one can be done just a little bit more. And the same with that one on that one. So the last step of this will be to stuff it, or stuff them both. And I can't get this one out enough. Come on. And yeah, it'll be to stuff them. That one's being a little stubborn. Come on, get out. And then to just seal them up, and then this project will be finished. I will come back after I have all this finished and show you the final result of the pillows, and that will be completely finished. So up to this point, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. These actually did take quite a bit of work, but you can see they are just a slight difference in size. This one's about an inch larger, and the width is the same, but this one's just about an inch taller. But I'm really pleased so far with the way they have turned out. They aren't going to be really full fluffed pillows. I don't want to overstuff them. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. And as always, if you would like to email me instead, you can email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. So we'll see you all soon, and the next video will be the completed pillows. It will just be a really short video, and I have some exciting stuff coming up, but we will get to that in a new video. So we'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So for this last segment of the video, I have nothing here. And I want to kind of surprise you guys, and ta-da! The pillows are done. So it's a really nice fluffy pillow. You can see the backs. They look pretty good. I do have to go over it with a lint brush to get some of the polyfill batting off of it, just so it doesn't look like all the little lint things on it. So there is that one. And this one, when I sewed it closed, I got a little bit crooked, but it's not too bad. So there's that one. And then the next pillow, and let me move this one away, and you can see it's nice and fluffy as well. And I did a little better straight sewing on this one. And there we go. The embroidered design, the machine embroidered skull pillows are completed. And this was a really fun project. The steps did take a while to get it completed. Like I told you, if you're not familiar with the first video, actually the first two videos, when I did the stitching, this one was about maybe an hour and a half to stitch out with all the thread color changes. And then this one took, I want to say, almost 3 hours or just over 3 hours to film. Or, I'm sorry, to stitch out. I'm all out of breath. I'm so excited these are done. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. So, yeah, hopefully you guys really liked this little video series of working on these pillows. And I'm really, really excited that they are finished. And in my next video, I will be showing you a few things that I have recently purchased for some future projects. And I hope you all stay tuned for that video as well. And we'll see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.